In this video, we're going to be going over the bundles feature. We're going to be doing it in ThunderPOS.net, but the feature works the same way in the Windows version of the software. Bundles are an option for grouping items together to where you can sell several items by scanning a single barcode. They're commonly used for things like gift baskets or, for example, in video game stores, making a bundle where you sell a console with a couple of controllers and maybe a game. And they can be used as a discounting mechanism or not. We'll go through that here in a moment. But first, we're going to just flip over to our ThunderPOS.net website. And then to get to bundles, it's under either items at the top or along the left-hand sidebar here under items and then bundles. And then to create a new one, which is what we're going to do here, we're just going to click the green plus sign. So you can see it's automatically filled in an item ID, and bundles underlying this are still an item. So that's going to be determined by your setting for auto-generate item IDs, whether it fills something in there or not. But of course, you could override it. I am just going to use the one that it's suggested. And then in addition to a unique item ID, you do have to fill in a item name, which I'm just going to call bundle name here. And then we'll just call the description. Those correlate to the same fields in items. Override price is kind of the core feature of bundles. If you leave that off, it's just going to sell the bundle item, this item we're creating now, at $0, and then it will sell all of the components at their normal price. But if we set override price, then that's going to sell the bundle for a price that is different and usually less than the components. So for example, we may have a console and a couple of controllers, and normally they may all total out to like $170 and some change, and maybe we sell it for $169.99 used. So just like any other item, you do have to set a new price and a used price, and then you can set a used price too as well. But you can't trade in a bundle. They would have to trade in the individual components. And then when you sell a bundle, of course, it is going to subtract out the quantity sold of each item within the bundle based on how much quantity you have in the bundle. So we'll say for this particular bundle, we're just going to set some kind of random prices just to show the things. We'll set that. And then we can set whether the bundle is taxed at what tax rates. And then we can also, if we choose to, age restrict a bundle. You can also put it in a specific department and category for reporting. Sometimes people like to put their gift baskets into a specific category just for that, to see how those sales are. Sometimes people want them within whatever the majority of the products are, but however you want it for reporting, that's mostly what that's for. So we're going to hit create here, and it's going to make the bundle. And then at that point, we are editing it and we can add items to it. So in this case, I'm just, for an example here, just going to do a N64 console and some controllers. I guess I should search for N64 console. But genuinely, you can use any items that are going to be sold together. And controller. And in this case, let's make it, we'll sell 2 of the official controllers with it, not 12, 2. So now if we go back to the bundle here and we scroll down, we can see we've got those items. As you can see, we're giving quite a discount just because these items are kind of more expensive than that. But, you would set those prices how you want. And then if we go over to the register here in the back office, we will be able to sell these and see how that looks. So we're going to sell this used, which makes the most sense for this. And just add it here, and you can see it says item added, but if we take a look here, we've got the thing currently set up to show in reverse order, so the line items are reversed. That's a configuration option, but you can see the bundle item is here. It's the only one of these that is costing money right now. It's $160, and the rest of these are listed and will appear on the receipt, and they will be on the receipt as sub items, and they'll be at $0. And you'll see if we go onto the actions menu and we delete any of these, that it's going to delete all of them. So you can't just remove part of a bundle. If you remove any part of the bundle, it's going to remove the whole thing. So the bundle is sold as a piece, but you can still change the price on that base item. If you're not overriding the price, you could change the price on the components. And then if we go and we complete the transaction, it's going to have deducted um, the quantities, and also the components will still have sales history. So you'll still be able to see what transactions they were sold on by just looking at those component items. But that's kind of the core essence of bundles. Mostly they're useful if you're setting up stuff for the holidays, for example, that are like gift packs and that kind of thing. But we've seen people use them. They're pretty flexible for a variety of purposes. Uh, but hopefully that is helpful. And if you have any questions, please just let us know.